Welcome to Explore Lowestoft. Every week I'll be doing a 5 to 10 minute video looking at parts of Lowestoft and the surrounding area. This will be my first one, which will be looking at the North Wall and Britain's most easterly point. I'll try and give you little bits of facts and information, but nothing too deep. So please guys, sit back and enjoy. Welcome to Lowestoft North Wall. And you see beautiful sunrise today. So I did this nice and early in the morning. There you go, we have a little ramp there that leads up from the bottom near Sparrow's Nest. In the distance we have Gulliver, the wind turbine, with Bird's Eye. To our right is also the caravan park. As we swing around the camera to the right, we have the lighthouse, which as you see is up there. We have Bellevue Park and Sparrow's Nest to our right. Let's say beautiful views over the top of the caravan park, overlooking the sea. So a little stroll on the seawall. As you see, the lower promenade was damaged in some storms quite a few years back now. It's now basically very, very dangerous. Where the upper promenade is still fine. This is the lovely Trinity House, which is Lowestoft Lighthouse. It was built back in 1874. As you can see, it's around about 37 metres above the water, and it's about 20 metres high. The tower is, as you see, it's a little bit of a distance away from the water. Overlooks the caravan park. That's a nice view from here, as you see, nicely surrounded by trees. This here is North Deans. It's basically planned to be changed soon, make it a little bit more of an attraction. As you can see in the distance, we have a few buoys scattered around, and also in the distance there we have the old drying nets, which the fishermen used to use to dry their nets. It's quite a few years old, very few years old. As you can see, it does look good, but it is going to be developed soon. Okay, Lowestoft once had a big fishing industry that's long gone. It's very well known for the herring trade, but that is long gone now. We only have a handful of trawlers. Here we can see a wing cat, which is leaving the harbour, going out to sea. We have a large area called East Anglia 1 at the moment, but there will be more, which are located off the coast for wind turbines. They have these boats, quite a few of them, plus some helicopter that also services the boats, which is now quite a big industry for the area, which helps a lot. Here we have the northern part of Bird's Eye site. They have a very big business here, and they've been here for quite a while now, and probably one of the bigger employers of the town. So, it's a nice site located along Watlow Road. I'll have a wander past the building so you can see it. So there is quite a lot of people. I recorded this on a nice early Saturday morning, so there's not too much activity going on. Just a few people walking about on the site. I know back around 2015 there was a local report that actually says they employ around about 500 people who work on this site. So I believe the factory pretty much runs all the time. I know at night I've seen steam coming off the building when I've been out and about, like midnight, etc. So it is definitely busy and pretty much runs all the time. Although as I say, this time of day it does seem to be very quiet. But it's a nice early morning Saturday, beautiful day. And as I say, it's a very nice factory. So Bird's Eye is now probably the biggest employer, one of the only big employers. We used to have a Wessex Food, which unfortunately was burnt down in a major fire. Probably about 20-30 years ago there used to be a co-op canning, that is now long gone. As well as several other large industries mainly related to the fishing and boat building and timber. Most of them are now gone, there's only a handful around, which is a shame. Tourism is now the main key for the area. Very busy in the summer months. Here we have, along the seawall, we come to part of Britain's most easterly point. It's a little structure that was built a few years ago. Around this area is mainly industry. There is a few retail a bit further along on the main road, but mainly industry at this part. The structure was built for display. Here we have basically what is Britain's most easterly point. It's a little jetty that sticks out into the water. Extremely dangerous. As you can see, it is fenced off. Overlooking here we have the little wheel. We'll have a closer look at that as we walk down the little ramp. So we overlook lots of fenced off area because there is a lot of rocks and sea walls. As you see the jetty there, which is a little small one. Gets extremely slippery when it's wet, and actually high tide gets buried under the water. Here we come up to the ring. This ring has basically destinations scattered all around it as we have a little stroll around. Let's see. Then located in the middle is a little plaque. You can see it looks straight over, looking out to the sea. Beautiful sunrise, I say, in the morning. So this is the area, which is actually in the most easy point. You see it is dangerous. At high tide this gets covered in water, you can't see it, and it is very, very slippery. And you see there's lots of seaweed and stuff all over it. That's why it's fenced off, it is very dangerous. You always see on the news that the Coast Guard's being pulled out for people who got trapped, not realising how quickly the water rolls in and blocks the area off. So here we have Gulliver, which is Lowestoft's wind turbine, built back in 2005 I believe, was the tallest in the country and produces a little under 3 megawatts of power. That is located nicely next to the Orbis Energy Centre, which overlooks beautifully over the sea. There's quite a lot of businesses relating to the offshore industry have offices in here. It's actually been raised off the ground. Underneath is actually probably about 8 foot off the ground from when I walked past it, and it's completely empty just for car parking. So obviously if there is too much of a high tide there won't be any damage. As you see it's slightly angled, overlooks the east coast very, very nicely. So lots of the wind companies and offshore renewable companies have offices in here, plus there are several conference rooms. Renewable energy is a big thing nowadays, as probably everyone knows, and is becoming quite a good employer. We have made wind turbine parts off the coast, and obviously the maintenance and running them also is a bit of an employment boost. We have a lovely view here overlooking the sea. As you see, quite a calm day, lots of rocks, which is the new seawall just to protect it. As I say, a lot of it has got damaged in the past when the high tides have hit hard and bad and done a lot of damage to those stuff. Here we have the end of the North Wall as we hit the outer harbour, so a nice little stroll around. So a nice view from here. We climb up a flight of steps. We have here to our left here SLP, and also behind us SLP, which makes offshore installations and also depart the wind turbine. And here we have the RNLI Club. So guys, thank you very much for watching. So we'll be doing a video every week looking at different parts of Lowestoft, giving you a little bit of a guided tour as much as I can.